Welcome to the Game of the Week edition of the High School Huddle on the Dodge Sports Desk at Opubco Studios. My name is Brandon Chapman. I'm joined by Ryan Aber. He's the lead prep writer for the Oklahoman. And this week we'll be taking an in-depth look at the Class 2A state championship featuring Heritage Hall versus Chandler on Saturday night at Putnam City High School. So Ryan, when you look at Heritage Hall's offense going against a tough Chandler defense, who do you think has the advantage there?
Well, I think I've got to give a slight edge to Chandler's defense. They've got a great run-stopping defense, allowed an average of less than 82 yards a game on the ground. Heritage Hall, though, is able to pass when they need to. They have a great two-way quarterback in Turner Peterson, who has, I believe, over 1,200 yards rushing, over 1,200 yards passing. So he can certainly be effective both ways, but they're going to have to get their passing game going to be successful in this game, and they're probably going to have to hope for different kind of weather than they had in the championship game a year ago.
All right, well, Chandler has a great quarterback as well in Jack Gray. He'll be going against a tough Heritage Hall defense. Who do you think has the advantage there?
Well, I think I'm going to go the same way. I'm going to give a slight edge to the defense here on Heritage Hall's side. They have a lot of people with big numbers tackling. They have a freshman, Mark Robinson, who I know you've spoken really highly of, that has 158 tackles before last week's game. They've got at least three guys over 100 tackles, and they get around the ball quickly. That said, Chandler does have a great quarterback in Jack Gray. They haven't dropped off in their rushing game since losing Johnny Morton to an injury. Austin Major has really stepped into that role and done just fine, and they haven't skipped a beat. But I really look for this to be a low-scoring game.
All right, these two teams are evenly matched. Oftentimes, special teams comes into play when it's like that. Who do you think has that advantage?
Well, I'm going to give a slight edge to Heritage Hall on this end, too. Obviously, we know Heritage Hall has a tradition of special teams play. And they also use Turner Peterson as a punter who averages right around 40 yards a punt. And when you have your quarterback back there as a punter, and Chandler does too, by the way, Jack Gray, not quite as good of an average. But when you have your quarterback back there as a punter, you can make things happen at times, if you want to go for a fake and things like that.
All right, and bottom line, it seems like you kind of think Chandler might have the edge. Give me a score on this game.
Yeah, I'm going to look for Chandler to win a very low-scoring game. I'm going to say 14-7 Chandler over Heritage Hall.
All right, Ryan, well, we appreciate your expertise. Thanks for watching this special edition of the High School Huddle. We'll be back next week as we discuss the upcoming basketball season as well as some postseason football honors.
Let's see it.